Hi class, welcome to this mini lesson on division. So from the objectives, the three objectives that we had for Unit 2 Skill 1, let's focus on number 3. It says, please read after me, I will be able to divide polynomials using long division or synthetic division by the end of today's lesson. Let's get started. So for this question, dividing the polynomial by another polynomial, let's take a look. So the question says, divide 2x to the power 4th plus 3x cubed plus 5x minus 1 by x squared plus 3x plus 2. First of all, you'll need to write the polynomial division in the same format you use when dividing numbers. Include a 0 as the coefficient of x squared in the dividend. Now let me show you that. So we're going to include the 0, let me use my laser pointer here, as the coefficient of x squared in the dividend. Why? Because we want to keep the space. Although we don't have any x squared here, we need to keep the space. You can leave it empty or you can keep it as 0. But just to show you, I put it as 0 times x squared. Now, at each stage, divide the term with the highest power in what is left of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. Now, that's a lot of words. Let me show you. So we can multiply 2x squared to the given divisor. So it becomes 2x to the power 4th plus 6x cubed plus 4x squared. Now you have this. Now what do? We subtract. So you're going to subtract 2x to the power 4th minus 2x to the power 4th. So there's nothing here, 0. 3 minus 6 is negative 3 cubed, x cubed. 0 plus 4, but it's got subtraction, right? So 0 minus 4 becomes negative 4x. And 5 minus 0 is, we bring it down, it becomes 5x. Now for the next, again, how do you have it with the divisor? We can multiply negative 3x to x squared to get negative 3x cubed. And then we'll go on. So you do the same for each step. And then we subtract it, nothing here, positive 5x squared, positive 11x. And then we bring the negative 1 all the way down. Going on, last step, we can multiply 5 to the divisor, right? And then we get negative 4x minus 11. That becomes our remainder. Now, how are you going to write the remainder? We have to write the remainder by dividing it by the divisor. So we have 2x squared minus 3x plus 5, 2x squared minus 3x plus 5, plus the remainder divided by the divisor. So this is your final answer. Well, now it's your try. So give these questions a try using long division. I know you know the Vietnamese style or a different style, but particularly we're learning long division for now. So give it a try. I'll give you the answer in 3, 2, 1. So did you get it? If you got it, great. That's awesome. Amazing. We can go on to synthetic division. Now, if this was difficult, it's confusing. It's supposed to be confusing. However, let's ask questions. Ask me in person. Ask your classmates. You can always use online resources. Let's prepare for the upcoming quiz. Dividing polynomials by binomials of the form x minus k, there's a shortcut. It's called synthetic division. Now, this shortcut, synthetic division, let me show you in the example. So let's say we're dividing negative x cubed plus 4x squared plus 9 by x minus 3. Then using the synthetic division, you're going to write the k value, 3. What is the k value? X minus k. So k is going to be 3 here. So write the 3 and write the coefficients of the dividend. So for the x cubed, we have negative 1. X squared, we have 4. X, there's nothing, so we're going to write 0 and constant 9. All right, so once you write it, what are you going to do? The very next step, you bring down the leading coefficient. Leading coefficient, which is the very first coefficient. So we bring down the very first coefficient, and what do? Next step, multiply the leading coefficient by the k value, 3. So you multiply 3 with -1 becomes -3, and write that product under the second coefficient. And then what do? Third step, add. So blue, bring down the leading coefficient. Red, multiply the leading coefficient by the k value, and add the two terms. So 4 plus -3, +1. Now what should we do next? Again, step 3, we're going to multiply this coefficient with the k value, 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. Let's take a look. 1 times 3 is 3, and add it, becomes 0. 3 times 3 is 9, add it, becomes 18. Now this last term is going to be a remainder. So now we have -1, 1, 3, and 18. So how is that going to be our solution? We change it so that we have -x cubed, the degree. We're going to decrease 1 degree. So have x squared, and -1 becomes -x squared plus x plus 3 plus the remainder 18 divided by x minus 3, the divisor. So that's our final answer. Please take note of this in your notebook. Now, I want us to take a look at another example. We have 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 2x minus 5. You're going to divide this by x plus 1. Now, the divisor was x minus k, and then the k, but here we have the plus 1, so we have to minus -1. So that's our divisor, -1. And 3, -2, +2, and -5. So bring down the leading coefficient, multiply it with k. So 3 times -1, -3. Add it, -5 times -1 is +5. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 times -1 is -7. And add it becomes -12. So we have 3x squared minus 5x plus 7 minus 12 divided by x plus 1. That's our final solution. Again, take note of this in your notebook. And now it's your time to shine. So divide using synthetic division, not long division, not Vietnamese style, but synthetic division. Answer number 3 and 4 in your notebook, and I'll give you the solution in 3, 2, 1. Did you get it? Awesome. If you didn't, still hang in there. You can continue on, give it a try. I'll give you some homework questions. These are your homework questions for today. All right, go Knights.